Welcome back. It's been a while since I did one of these. I think the last one I did was this Nestville Forest Path on March 1st, but this is going to be episode 3 of my Building for 30 Minutes series, and I am going to depart a little bit from the little theme that I seem to have started here. This one is not going to be nature-y. I have some sort of image in my head of like a corner store or like little deli or some sort of restaurant on like a city road. So I think that's going to be what I'm going to go for today. It's going to be a little difficult, I think, to pop it up in 30 minutes, but I have a pretty vivid image in my head. I want to try getting that down. So I'm going to set the timer and see if I can do that. So quickly before I begin, just a quick explanation if you are new. This series, I will set a timer and I will have 30 minutes to start building. As soon as that timer ends, I do need to end the building session. I cannot continue placing blocks. I can't fine tune anything, and I cannot come back to that build at a later episode. So I cannot go back and edit any of these two builds. I can rebuild them if I want to improve upon it, but I cannot come back and touch up anything I've built here. This is essentially to demonstrate my growth and kind of change of the series. So these will be little landmarks of what it looked like when I started building, and then hopefully by the end I will be able to produce way higher quality things than these two, and hopefully more substantial or have more substance to them. So without further ado, I'm going to start the timer and start placing down some blocks. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with some raise because I want to get like a sidewalk down or something like that. So let's do like maybe this, and let's just go here. I probably shouldn't have it raised. Actually, no, I should have. I do want to have it raised, so I think I'll do like this. Let's do like. I think this would be cool. I'm gonna do. It's like I'm gonna do a corner, so I think having like a sidewalk here will establish that. Let's go with slabs. I have black. I want to do like some blackstone, so let's do some of these. It really has been a minute since I've recorded this, and also my survival series. I recently started a like a survival server with some friends, and I've really just been focusing on that, and a lot of it's been off camera work, so I just haven't had like the I guess motivation to record this or my forever world, but I really do want to kind of get in this motion and swing of recording on these series more. So a little rusty with this kind of configuration, but it is what it is. Let's do. So I think for starters, I want to choose some colors, and I think I want to do brick. I'm thinking maybe I said deli, but I'm thinking maybe more like pizza, like a corner pizza store would be cool. I think that'd be like kind of fun. So I guess I should probably figure out like what the size, but I think this is good. Actually, what if I do? What if I literally have the door be like on the corner? Oh wait, like that? And then wait, no, let's do. And I'll say I'm not really too worried about making this like look even. So honestly, like I don't really care if this doesn't line up perfectly on either side because it's a corner, right? It can be whatever length it needs to be. Do I want to do that? No. I also think what would the floor be on like a pizza place? I feel like it would have some type of wood, right? So let's see what kind of planks do we have to work with. Um, so what do I want? So I'll have some like a white floor. How does that seem? It's honestly kind of hard to tell with the shaders, but maybe... Actually, hold on. What if... Should I think spruce... I think birch would look better, I feel like. I am gonna come back to this interior, but I actually do want to work on the... Oop. I do want to work on the outside, because I feel like I really want to work on my exteriors, I think, is the goal. So let's do... bars? Hmm. What would a good door be? I think maybe copper, right? Wait, that's not right. Wait. How would... It would be like that, right? It would be like... Okay. So then I need to do... Yeah, that looks good. The problem is I don't really have, like, a color palette for the outside in mind. So let's maybe do... Well, actually, no, I wanted to work on the bottom and then have it probably be more dilapidated up top, right? And, like, every now and then... Oop. I think we'd have, like, big windows like this, right? Yeah, there'd be, like, big glass windows. What other blocks would I want to use? These are browns, right? So I don't think mud would look good. No, I don't want to use mud. So what other blocks? I think, what about spruce? Some spruce? I don't hate that. I do hate this. I've decided I don't like this at all. So I need to figure out what I want to do. Something like this, maybe? I have really no idea what I'm doing. I don't do a lot of, like, modern builds, so, like, trying to make, like, a actual, like, themed restaurant, or, like, the restaurant you'd see, like, walking down the street is kind of difficult. Let's see. I mean, you really wouldn't walk past this and think, oh yeah, that looks like pizza, huh? Maybe let's scrap the corner idea and just scoot it down and have, like, yeah, I think that would work better probably. Um, But it would still be double doors, I think. I think it'd be like... Hmm. No, because you'd pull it out. You'd pull like it would be a push, not a pull. Or sorry, pull, not a push. So it'd go like that, and then yes, yeah, it'd be like that. So then like this, that. But actually, what if? Um, this would be like the like stoplight, but um, so oh shoot. Uh, so that's a problem with. I wish there's more slab options, or at least there was more options for slabs, but it is what it is. That's good. That's fine for now, right? What's like a good gray that would like deep slate? That's fine for now, but I can ignore that. I just wanted to get something, some sort of like realistic out exterior design. So, but I also want to do something like this. Oh, damn it. How much time do I have left? Okay, I got 17 minutes left, so I still have over half, so I have some more room to work with. Time to work with. I can be a little more exploratory. And being able to do an interior would be nice, but honestly, I'm not too upset if I won't be able to. Uh, let's go scaffolding. And then let's go wall. Man. On top of working on some other projects, like I mentioned, it's also just really hard with this life right now. I feel like I'm just like so like distracted with like all the work that I'm doing. My classes are picking up pretty heavily right now, and I just have like a lot of stuff going on, especially in the world. It's just hard to like motivate myself to like do work, even if it's work I want to do, right? Like I do want to record, but sometimes it's just like really like demoralizing what's happening. It's just like I just want to like rot in bed whenever I'm not like doing like getting work done when I'm not like at my job or like at class. So it's just like really hard to like want to stay focused. But despite that, I still feel like this is like really good work for me to do. I do have a lot of fun recording, and even if it takes like energy and time, it's still something I'm passionate about, and I feel like I gotta like still have an outlet for my creativity, right? Because I don't do a lot of writing. I do want to do more writing, but it's just hard for me to kind of focus when I'm stressed out. And so I feel like this is a good way of still being able to have fun and relax, but also I gotta have a creative output, right? Especially this specific series, the building, I think is really cool. And I'm really happy with kind of where it's how like where it's what I've done with it so far. Um, I just want to like definitely like keep at it. I think it's the most important thing to me right now. Is just even if it takes me a couple weeks to upload, even if I'm not, I never expected to get a lot of views and stuff like that, but even if I don't get a ton of engagement, I still think being able to say, hey, I uploaded a video is just really special. And it kind of proves like, hey, I can still do it. It may not amount to much, but I still did it. And I'm very proud of being able to say, hey, I have a YouTube channel, with I think right now I have 29 subscribers, which that's way more than I could have asked for and expected to have, even within the first couple of months. So it's no, I feel it's very special to be able to say that I've gained this number of followers, this however many views or likes, and most importantly that I'm still doing it despite whatever interactions I may have. Um, I don't know. It's very cathartic for me to be able to say, "Look at me! I accomplished something." No matter the quality of it, I did it, and I don't know. That's why I think I'm able to keep posting, even if it's you know sometimes stressful and like I have to record and edit. I spent like upwards of I think 3 to 4 hours editing the last SMP video, the server video I uploaded. That one was pretty hefty because I just had so much footage from it. But it's experience, it's experience. I still wanna get better at editing. I still want to learn new things, and I think this is a great way of doing it, or being able to say, "Hey, look, I learned." Turning out better. It's not perfect, but I think honestly, this doesn't look awful. I want to work on like a second story. Can maybe be like where the people live. I want to build like a story or like a story with these builds. Um, but what would go above this? Like what block palette? Because I don't want to just do more of the same. Maybe some grays. Okay, no, if I want to go. I should start off light or darker, then go lighter, right? Like, how did I do my palette? Here, it was darker on the bottom and light on the top. Um, so I should do like, and then like work up to it. So what works? What's the best transition? I think something like this. Actually, I think this might work better, right? It feels more naturally darker. Is that a good transition? I don't know. But let's try it out. Maybe we need some andesite in here as well. Let's get some andesite. Honestly, that doesn't look good at all. Wow, that looks really bad. Okay, let's get rid of that. That's not. I was just trying to see like how it would look like once I took a step back, but no, that's not good. Um, I think it's these. I think it is just the there's too many textures going on. So let's try reducing it to. Let's do this, this. I think would look way better. Um, I need to learn when and where to use like dilapidation. So like, when do I transition from, or when do I use polished versus regular? I think is an important thing to figure out throughout the series. I mean, that looks better. That looks definitely better already. I have a friend who's like really good at like color theory and like building. I should ask him, you know, when and where should I use certain blocks? I was looking for time. 8 minutes, so definitely need to hurry up a little bit. So I want to get something going in here. Actually, is that a good ceiling? Looking at like a white or something for maybe I use this. Oh. Hello? Maybe I use this as the roof or the ceiling. This one's going to be hard to give up because I'm definitely not going to complete this by the time I'm finished. But man, I definitely have a vision for this build. So it's going to suck that I can't finish it, but I'm going to do my best to make it get as close to as what I want it to be. Okay, so spruce. We need like a good counter. What's a good countertop? Um, it's hard because like I'm trying to like picture something in my brain, and then like translate that onto onto like you know translate that onto like the build itself. But it's like how do I know what works and what doesn't work? It's like the register. Look like this. Oop. What's something with like holes in the top? I guess let's try. This is like where they like do the toppings. This needs to be wider at the back. I knew that, but I closed it off anyway. That was dumb. And they'll have like a little back door here to get into like the kitchen and like employee area. So it's like, hey Tony, go grab something from the walk-in. I don't think I can actually go and build the back, but you know, world building. I really should. I shouldn't be doing the floor behind the counter wood. That's a cleaning That's a cleaning. Make it messy because, yeah. Um. So what would they have as a floor? I keep coming back to gray because I feel like that's just like standard, but let's just do diorite. I think that works. I have 3 minutes. Oh man. Oh. All right. I'm gonna finish what I can. This is gonna be very unfinished. Just not ugly, but just disappointing build. I think is the what I'm going for. I really would have liked to have like a finished product or at least something that looks better. But that's how it goes. That's part of the deal. Made. What's it called? We're gonna have our pizza ovens here, so I need. I just wanted something that like matches the background color of these. So. Oh. So like, this is like where you order maybe, and then they like make it along the line, then you come up here and pay. And then we'll have like nice like little doesn't line up with the um, with anything, but that's all right. What's like a good table? I guess just probably spruce. So I can do like that, that. Have like a nice little like. Good enough. Down to the last 30 seconds here. It's a little disappointing in what I didn't really get a ton done in here, but you know what? It's not awful. And maybe who knows? Maybe I can come back in the future and like reattempt it. Right? I said that's part of the rules. Like I can do that. So who knows? God. 8 seconds left. Sign. Do like a nice little. Oh, okay, that's the timer. Okay, so that is this session done. You know, honestly, okay, ignoring the fact that the road doesn't continue this way, and that you can see the unfinished parts up on the roof, honestly, not awful. I don't hate that. I think this is a start to look really good, and if I decide to reattempt this later on and rebuild it and like continue it, I have like an actual built image so I can reference it and go off of, and maybe by then I'll have like an idea of what I could have done better. Low-key, oh, I don't like using that. Honestly, I'm not upset. I'm not too unhappy. I think this looks good. Compared to this one and this one, there's a lot less open space besides the back point, but I feel like building on top, continuing like to a second story or like what was supposed to be second story kind of makes it like seem like it's not just a one-off thing, right? I can see the idea of where it would be part of like a big building block or something. So really not upset. Um, I would love to, I wish I could keep going on it, but like I said, I can always come back and finish it later, or not finish this later, but like rebuild it in a future video and continue it from there. So honestly, not that bad. Yeah, I apologize that this episode took so long to come out. Like I mentioned, I just kind of got distracted and just wasn't really motivated to come on and do this again. But I think after being able to pump this out in 30 minutes without, just being a little rusty, I think I'm a little more motivated. So I'm going to try to have more of these done soon. I'm going to try to work on the survival or this, what's it called, the Forever World. Yeah, if you did like this video, please make sure to leave it a like, a comment, subscribe. If you are new to my channel, I would love it if you wanted to like take a look at my videos. I do have some playlists. You can just sort through those and see what series I'm doing. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and sticking with it. Let me know how you liked this one, if you think it's better or worse or the same than my other two builds, or how it compares to my builds I've been doing on my Forever World or the survival server with my friends. I'd love just to hear some feedback and comments and or replies in the comments, so just let me know. Otherwise, thank you all so much and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.